I'm wondering if you can address some of the controversies or maybe just conspiracy theories tied to you, your brother, and the Podesta group. So whether that's your personal email leak as it relates to Pizzagate, the undisclosed 75,000 shares of stock you received from the Kremlin, potentially violating financial disclosure laws, Uranium One being a client of the Podesta group, why your brother left the Podesta group after facing criminal inquiry. As an aspiring person in politics, I'm curious as to how you're dealing with all of these accusations. Thank you.
This is how the alt-right does fake news. And it's personally painful because a lot of this is really total bullshit.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. I think you'll love what happened to Hillary recently. So a heckler forced her to address the Pizzagate allegations in front of a brainwashed audience of ideological zealots.
Let me tell you, this is how deep the rot goes. You have people on the right who made up this horrible, terrible story that John Podesta and I were running a child trafficking ring in the basement of a pizzeria in Washington, D.C. Now you laugh about it or you moan about it. A lot of people saw that, and some misguided souls actually believed it, right? Because they saw it on the internet.
And the reason this moment I think is so significant is not because any of the liberal abortion lovers in the audience were swayed, but rather that Hillary has to and will have to address these allegations for the rest of her pathetic life, and hopefully one day soon in a courtroom. Because the truth is the truth. It's eternal and unchanging. No lobbyist can alter or abolish it, and no DC think tank can destroy it. It just is. And sooner or later, it rises to the top. And the truth about Pizzagate, John Podesta, and Hillary Clinton that her audience doesn't know or want to know is that the global problem of child sex trafficking is now well known. And as it pertains to John Podesta specifically, he's a world-class, underage sex slave op cover-upper who defends unspeakable dregs, according to Andrew Breitbart in 2011. How the whole world doesn't already know that truth escaped Breitbart.
What's in your closet, John Podesta? Big Podesta? Big Soros?
And Podesta will have to live with the allegations for the rest of his miserable life as well.
My family and I have been put through this Pizzagate bullshit for a year, which has been totally debunked.
Of course, in 2011, no one had heard about the Pizzagate allegations or Comet Ping Pong.
I know people who bring their children to go to this pizzeria, which is in a really nice commercial area in Washington, and it's got ping pong, so the kids play ping pong, they eat pizza.
Or James Alefantis, whose connection to the Podesta brothers and Hillary Clinton is now well documented, as is their connection to Marina Abramovic and spirit cooking, a practice that traces back to a cannibalistic Roman pagan sex cult that worshipped Antinous, the underage boy and lover of Roman Emperor Hadrian. Hillary's liberal audience doesn't know, nor do they want to know such truths, like the fact that Comet Ping Pong owner James Alefantis, whose Jimmy Comet Instagram avatar appears to be Antinous. The beautiful thing about truth is that it doesn't fear light, but lies do, which is why John Podesta never sued Andrew Breitbart for alleging that he's an underage sex slave op cover-upper. It's the same reason journalists like Liz Crokin can tweet even more direct allegations about Podesta, calling him a pedophile. And the liars that be don't even have the power of the threat of a lawsuit any longer because the truth media has the power of the collective. One whisper of a suit would result in a Kickstarter or GoFundMe campaign that would raise tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for a legal defense fund. And the liars know it. These maggots are losing their power with each passing day. And we know exactly who these people are. We know what they do in the darkness. And they are terrified that soon the whole world will know the truth. And one more thing about truth. Like murder, there is no statute of limitations on it, which ought to put the fear of God into MSNBC Morning Joe host Joe Scarborough. President Trump's tweet has re-sparked the memory of Lori Klasutis, who was Joe's young intern, who was found dead in Joe's congressional office in Florida in 2001. The investigation was botched at best, the autopsy just as questionable as the coroner's past relationship to Joe. And now, thanks to President Trump, very important questions which have never been adequately answered are being re-asked. Like, where was Joe Scarborough at the time of Lori's fatal injuries? And if Joe Scarborough was in Washington, D.C., as has been suggested, why would Lori have scheduled an 8 a.m. appointment for him in Fort Walton Beach, Florida? If he was in Florida and had no prior knowledge of Lori's death, why didn't he show up for his 8 a.m. appointment? Once these questions have been answered and vetted as being true or false, Joe's name will either be cleared or it will be time for justice. Because the truth is easy. It doesn't fear the light. And sooner or later, it always rises to the top. Thanks for watching, and for Real News 24/7, visit us at sgtreport.com.
I could go down the rest of your list. I have no relationship to the Podesta Group and haven't for 15 years. So, I mean, you can stick with it. And the one thing I will tell you is you have a lot of company on the internet and on Twitter. So have at it.